Much of life in Jerez takes place outdoors. Like elsewhere in southern Spain, the pace of life is a little slower and a lot more laid back than in northern Europe. Jerez is in Andalusia and home to some 200,000 people. In the Middle Ages, it was a powerful city, as a visit to the Alcazar reveals. The ancient fortress is around 1,000 years old. It was the residence of the Caliph when the city was under Moorish rule, and later home to local Christian rulers. And Alcazar was a city in miniature, featuring a mosque and a garden and Arab baths. Jerez's Alcazar was home to the Caliph and his family, and was also his center of government.
The city was built by the Moors. They brought with them their knowledge of medicine, astronomy, cooking, and literature. It was a huge step forward for the region. So the Moorish rule significantly impacted our culture, raising standards remarkably in all areas.
It was the Arabs who first gave the city its name, and from Jerez, we get the name for the region's famous wine, sherry. The fortified wine is made from locally grown Palomino grapes. The city has 21 wineries, or bodegas, as they're called in Spanish.
The bodegas in Jerez are all built in a similar style, with high ceilings, large doors, and facing the sea, because the breeze that comes in off the sea is very good for aging the wine.
The young wines are poured into the barrels at the top, while the more mature wine is at the bottom. Only the wine from the lowest level is ready for bottling.
We mix the new with the old. In that way, the younger wine can learn from the older wine and take on its properties. That means the quality of the sherry doesn't depend on a particular harvest. It's always the same.
Wine tastings are very popular amongst visitors. Jerez is also internationally famous for being home to the Royal Andalusian School of Equestrian Art. The Andalusian thoroughbreds are spirited but gentle. They are fast, strong, and intelligent, making them ideal for dressage. The breed, also known as pure Spanish horse, has many descendants.
We're lucky to have such wonderful horses. The Andalusian horses are born with a keen sense of rhythm. It's in their blood. We then train them systematically with a lot of patience and hard work. It takes at least 3 or 4 years before they're allowed to perform.
The school puts on a famous show entitled How the Andalusian Horses Dance, attracting over 200,000 visitors a year. An equestrian ballet in which horse and rider are completely at one. Dance is another key feature of life in Jerez. Mercedes Ruiz is just one of the famous flamenco dancers native to the city. Jerez is considered the birthplace of flamenco. The city has so-called flamenco districts. Here you can hear the music pulsating on virtually every street corner. Mercedes Ruiz has performed all over the world. She began dancing when she was just 6 years old.
In this district, many houses have an inner courtyard, which several families share. It's a tradition that all the neighbors meet in the courtyard or on the street like one big family. There have always been a lot of gypsy families with a tradition of singing and dancing, and that has produced many famous flamenco artists.
Jerez is full of long-standing traditions and captivating culture for visitors to savor.